y'all. Yes, y'all. You know what it is. It's them kids and wives and 9 to 5s, but we are still married to the games. Episode 150.
Nice. We made it.
If we were in the same room, I think my head would have just exploded.
Exactly right. It's the energy. It's your boy, Gabe Patillo, a.k.a. The Rising Feather.
Yes, sir.
With Tim Router, the Moon Turkey, and Timothy Hall, the Moon
Saber, I think.
Saber.
Yep.
That'd be so much better as Moon.
It would have been great as Moon.
And when I
Moon
first
was
saw
funny.
the tweet, I was like, oh, first letter of first name and first letter of last name, Moon.
Yeah.
See, that's what I thought it was too. I was like, oh, the Rising Sun. I'll take it.
Yeah,
That sounds so Asian.
Nope.
No, I'm the Rising Feather, but I'll take Rising Feather.
Yeah.
Rising
No
Feather
one's-
sounds Native American.
Everything, exactly. Everything's
There you
better than Moon Turkey.
Of course, mine's the name that gets all screwed up. Big.
You have no idea. You have no idea what we're talking about. Router sent out a text yesterday that had the Assassin's Creed. Like,
What's your assassin's name?
what's your assassin's name?
Big
Yeah.
shout out to the Great Gaming Alliance. They're a Facebook group that's where I found that graphic, and I'm a part of that group anyway. And they posted that, and I commented, I'm like, Moon Turkey, come on. And they commented, they're like, that's hilarious. So I think my name was the winner of like all the
Yeah.
25 plus comments that were on there. I'm like, of course it is. Of course I get the most odd man out name.
Moon.
And I'm the one that actually likes some of those games too. So
Exactly. You're the only one that plays that got the worst name.
hook a brother up, man. Seriously.
Actually,
Moon Turkey.
Didn't one of our
Oh my
listeners
gosh.
say their name was like Hidden Turkey or something?
Yeah, exactly.
Ridiculous. Gobble, gobble, y'all. Let's do this.
Hidden Turkey's like, gobble, gobble, y'all.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly. Moon.
Yeah, that's funny. Oh man. Well, thank you guys so much for being here. You know how we do things around here. Let's catch up on the week. Router, the Moon Turkey.
Moon Turkey. Go.
That was like when some parents were getting slang wrong in the 70s. They're like, "Oh, you hanging out with those moon turkeys?" They're like, "Oh, Dad, stop talking. It's jive
It's
turkey."
jive turkey, not moon.
Yeah, stop trying to fit in.
It's okay, miss. I speak
that's so
jive.
good.
Exactly. I was just gonna go hang out with some moon turkeys.
Moon
Dad.
turkey. Really?
Dad,
Really?
please stop. Yeah.
Moon turkey. Oh, Lord. Well, all righty. That's how we're starting this. Okay.
Yeah, man.
I
Off
am
the
never
rails.
flying commercial again. Commercial. So this past week,
Kiss you goodbye. Huh?
oh man, what an experience that was. That was so cool. I tweeted out a picture. So my wife, like as I said last week, my wife and I went up to the Hamptons out in Long Island,
No.
New York, with some great friends of ours who just happened to fly private. And he's in the automotive industry. Really, they're just amazing people. And so the whole trip was based around my wife and our good friend Pauline to go it's called A Conversation With, and they do these like throughout the U.S. And this one was with Ina Garten, who is the Barefoot Contessa on the Food Network. And my wife and Pauline are obsessed with them and with her. And so they actually got to meet her and like chat with her for like 5 minutes. They had this meet and greet. So they were like on cloud nine after we went and picked them up.
Nice.
And so then we just hung out on the weekend, and we're out in the Hamptons, and I've never seen so many Porsches and Land Rovers in my life. It was unbelievable. I'm
Oh,
like,
my goodness.
one of these things is not like the other. But it was
You
just
showed up and they were like, man, I didn't think there were going to be any moon turkeys.
moon turkeys here.
I wouldn't have came if I knew the moon turkeys were going to be here.
No, that's exactly. But it was great. Lauren and I had just a great time with them, and we hadn't connected in a while. Like we haven't been able to go do anything with them in a while, and it was great. We ate some amazing food and did some shopping and just hung out, and it was amazing. But the whole flying private experience, it's like a whole underground network, man. Like our friend, his name's Pierre, he was telling me, he's like, he actually has a guy that manages all this stuff. So he travels at least 3/4 of the year just running around and with different clients, and it's all across the U.S. So it made sense for him to do this because like his flight, I don't even know what his flight budget was like before, but he was telling me that he has a guy that manages everything. So he wants to go to Chicago in 2 days. Like this guy like figures it all out. They have a certain pilot that they like to work with, make sure he's available. Depending on when you're coming back, the pilot may actually stay where your destination is until you're ready to come back, because it doesn't make sense, because everything is revolved around gas and how much gas you use.
That's crazy.
It's this whole underground network of there's like different companies that do this and this, and it was really cool. And I know it's really expensive, but man, just to be able to drive up to the tarmac, put your stuff, like, did they handle your stuff? They'll put it right in the tail of the plane, and then you just walk right in and you're done.
Mm-hmm.
It was a small plane. I mean, it was definitely a smaller plane. It was a 2-prop plane, but man, it was awesome. I loved it. And I'm like, okay, how can I develop this app to make millions or something? Give me something, some sort of brilliant idea where we can make millions and we can fly private for the rest of our lives.
It really is nice.
It's incredible. So that's what we did this past weekend. And it was just a lot of fun just to hang out. And it was good because Piper missed us, of course. And it was just nice for Lauren and I to get away for a few days and just be together. And we had a good time, but we still FaceTime with Piper, and she was really good for my in-laws, which was awesome. And then when we came back, we got big hugs. So it was great. You need that every once in a while when you have kids. You just got to decompress and go and be together and be a married couple again, and not just be a mommy and daddy.
Amen.
So it was good.
On
the gaming front, I'm a broken record, man. The Witcher 3 and Hearthstone, that's all I'm playing. And I'm nearing the end of Witcher 3, but I'm taking my sweet time. I'm going through and just collecting all these hidden treasures, and I think I'm like level 38 now or something like that. And I keep saying in my head, Hall would love this game because it's Skyrim on a whole nother level. And so, Hall, I think it behooves you to play that game, and you can probably play that from now until the next game that you really want, which will be Fallout 4.
I think that is going to be the one I'm going to pick up. The only thing I'm worried about is can you actually play it in like 1 hour bursts? Like, does that work?
That's what I do. Okay. Because here's the thing, like there's so many different side missions that you can do, and they don't take long. Like you can do Witcher contracts, which actually really help get you good loot. And then there's side missions, and then there's main missions. It just depends, though, because what ends up happening is if you're just going to go and explore, you may come across either a beast, a monster, or bandits, or something that might be like 2 or 3 levels above you, and you may end up getting killed. Like I've tried that a couple times. So the idea is just to continue to try and level up as much as you can. And Witcher contracts are really good for that, and main missions are good for that. And then a lot of the side mission stuff is you'll get just a lot of random stuff. You'll get coin and that kind of stuff. So you can do it.
There's a main storyline.
Oh yeah,
right? Like you can complete.
You can just do that.
You can just keep going.
Yeah, you can
after that.
Yeah, I think you can just do that. I think there's a point that you have to reach a certain level in order to get into the next main mission level. Gotcha. Stuff. So I think you'll be fine with it.
So it forces you to do side missions?
Not necessarily. No.
Okay.
I would honestly, if I were you, I've noticed just because I've completed all the Witcher contracts. There is a set number of Witcher contracts. You get, I think, better XP for those than some of the side. Some of the side missions are really. Some can be really small and some can be a little bit more advanced. And the really small ones, you only get like 50 XP, and it's like, well, I don't know if that was worth it, but at least you got something out of it. So if you do the main mission and the Witcher contracts, I think they're good because the Witcher contracts are more beast and monster focused anyway, and so you get better points for that. But yeah, I've been playing this all summer. This has been my summer game, and I love it. It's just awesome. And I know I sound like a broken record, but it's just a fun game.
Nice.
There you have it. That's me, the jet-setting moon turkey.
Exactly. Halsifer.
Well, this past weekend I got some R&R in Knoxville.
Yes.
Nice.
Krista and I headed out to Knoxville primarily to go hang out downtown, and we went to the zoo.
Sweet.
We got to feed giraffes. That was pretty cool.
That was
Nice.
awesome. I saw that post. That was great.
And we went to visit her grandparents also. Her brother, or my brother-in-law, is about to go to, or he enrolled in UT. I think he starts in September. I'm not sure. So he's just kind of staying there with them and helping them out. And they were picking beans from their farm when we showed up.
No way.
Those are the best.
Those are, there's nothing better than fresh garden picked beans. Oh,
yes. Green beans.
Oh.
So good.
Yep.
We came back, I want to say Saturday. Was it Saturday night? I think Saturday night. And just kind of been taking it easy ever since we got back. So
good, man.
Nice.
There have been like moments where I could have played games, but really it's been more about decompressing because I had a ton of work and towards the middle of this month, so I'm kind of taking it a little easier now. Other than that, like I said, just not playing a whole lot, but I think I will be having some time to very soon. So I'm kind of trying to figure out what game I'd like to pick up. It's hard for me to want to get into a game until I know I'll have some time. So I think The Witcher will be my next game because I'm looking at the release list and it's like, I don't think I'm going to jump at Metal Gear Solid 5, which I think is like the next big game coming.
Yeah.
And that's like the beginning of September. So we have plenty of time.
You really do.
Yeah.
And you could probably get into some Batman if you wanted to, too, because
that's true. Yeah.
That might be, considering Gabe can't play it on
Batman.
his PC.
Yeah.
So one of us has got to play that
Batman
game
for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's probably, as far as time wise, I think in an hour you could get some stuff done.
That might fit
there.
a little bit better into my schedule, honestly. If The Witcher is one of those like significantly longer games, very Skyrim like.
It is. It's very Skyrim.
Batman,
and in fact, you can always
schedule better.
When I'm done with it, you can always borrow it and say like during the holidays when you have downtime, that's when you can play it.
I will be playing Fallout during the holidays.
Yeah. Just as soon as those words came out of my mouth, I'm like, who am I kidding? He's playing Fallout 4.
Nice.
I seriously like looking at the release list because we have so much stuff coming this holiday. Like,
yeah, we do.
I can't wait.
Yeah, me neither. Me neither.
Love it. Love it.
Patillo.
Yeah, on to Patillo.
Honeydew list is what's been going on over here.
Oh, the great honeydew list.
The great honeydew list.
Yay, love those.
Tastes great.
Exactly. I was just we just got finished tiling the bathroom floor.
Holy cow.
I hadn't tiled in a while, so it was I don't want to say nice to get back to it, but it was something to get back to it. And did that that just takes a long time, like tile it, like doing the mass, like you have to do the tile board on the floor and then the tile and then the grout. I can't stand the grout. This is my least favorite part of the whole situation. And so we've been doing Amara's bathroom first because hers is the smallest. And we were like, let's get our hands wet with a small bathroom.
There you go.
And so she's been downstairs with us. Like we've moved her bed, like just took her mattress and put it on our floor in our master bedroom since she doesn't have a bathroom to use. And I didn't want her doing the stairs in the middle of the night.
That would not be good.
Exactly. You're like, do. You're like, oh, shoot.
Not good.
I just needed to go potty. And so she's been down there with us, which has been just an adventure in itself. So we've had the whole family in our bedroom because Remy's still in there, obviously. Me and Jenny, Amara, and Sadie, the dog.
Oh, man. You're just not getting any sleep, are you?
No, man. So, but it's been good. It's been cute. Amara's like, are we having another sleepover tonight?
Oh, that's so sweet.
So,
I love that.
Exactly.
You know, she's all excited too. She's like, oh my gosh, I'm with everybody.
Exactly. So,
so that also means she's not going to bed when you want her to.
Exactly. She's going to bed late. And we're like, listen, but, it's good. Gaming wise, man, again, just Hearthstone. And
right?
I just haven't been able to sit down and play anything. It's killing me. It really is killing me. Like, I want to be playing something so bad. And we just haven't had any time. And so I'm telling myself this weekend for sure I'm flying out to Oregon. And that's a nice long flight. And then up to Canada. And where in Canada am I going, actually? I actually have no idea. And then, let's see, where in Canada are we going? Let's see.
Tim Hortons.
Yeah, exactly. That's for sure. Surrey, British Columbia, Canada. Surry, BC. And so just 2 quick shows and then home. So those are going to be long plane flights. Come on, baby. I'm trying to play some video games.
Oh, did you get some more 3DS games?
No.
Well, that'd be something easy to play on the flight.
I know it would be, but I've got Witcher on my laptop, and my laptop, I bought a small laptop so I can, I can prop it up on my, whatever it's called.
What's the battery life like on that thing?
When I'm running Witcher, probably only like an hour and a half to 2 hours. And then
bring that 3DS.
Well, I'd always bring it. It's always with me, Hall. But it usually
because you like the Street Pass people, right?
Exactly, of course. But I usually end up switching over to the iPad and playing something over there.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. The battery life on that thing.
Yeah,
I don't know about the new Air, but the battery life on those is typically ridiculous.
Yeah, it's forever. And so
it's like charge it once a month.
Exactly. That's awesome. Definitely what it feels like. So, I think I need to dive into The Room 2. I didn't ever finish that. Ooh. And so I want to get back into that one.
Nice. That's good.
Shenmue Saturdays has come to a conclusion.
Well done, sir. Well done.
Shenmue 1 is beat and over. So this is the call out. If anybody's got a hookup on Shenmue 2, especially on the Dreamcast, let me know. Because like I said before, it's expensive. So, and I'm not above buying it, but it's expensive.
You got tiling to do.
Exactly. I'm on my hands and knees working with my hands.
You got a honeydew list, man.
Exactly. I got my fingers being masticed together. So yes, if anybody knows anything about some Shenmue 2, that'd be awesome. Because I think I'm going to do it. And then do 3 when it comes out in, 2023.
Right, sometime.
And get it cracking.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, it's the end of the month, so we got to get that Hearthstone ranking up.
Oh, I know. I got to work on it today because I got down to 17 and then went on a freaking losing streak.
Me too. It's such a roller coaster of a ride, isn't it? You're like, oh my gosh, I'm feeling good. Like you got once you get that 3 win, you get that extra star streak.
Yeah, of course.
And then all of a sudden, like it. Oh, I hate it.
I don't know what happens.
4 in a row, 5 lost. 2 in a row, 5 lost. I'm like, come on.
It was like eating up all my free time. So I haven't opened it in, I think, 2 weeks.
Oh, you're fasting? Yeah.
Because I know if I open it, then it'll do that again.
Yes.
So
I get mad
I'm
too. I'm
like, short break.
And I spectated on one of Gabe's games, and I would have lost my mind.
Oh my gosh, I was so mad
because he had this guy. So I mean, it was there.
Yeah, it was over.
He comes up with.
You were already like good gaming him. Good game.
Yeah,
I'd never do that. I'd never do that because
I do when I know.
Yeah, but I would have known in that circumstance. All I needed was my next turn, and it was a wrap.
Yeah. Yep, and then what does he come up with?
Funny.
Like a 10-pointer or something? He just came out with
crazy.
Something stupid.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh. And then next thing you know, I see poor Gabe's hero explode. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. And that honestly, that's when I just threaten him. I'm tapping the button to threaten it. And for the hunter, I'm like a 51 hunter, so it's like, I will hunt you down.
And the other person on the other side's like, 12-year-olds.
I know, exactly. Oh, moon turkey.
I've had situations where I don't know if it's just the person knew they were done, but they would have like 15 health left, and I'd be like, good game, and they'd just be like, I quit. Like they would just explode.
Nice. I did beat somebody on the 4th turn the other day. And that felt,
well played.
That felt pretty good.
It's the best feeling.
I was like, man, that was nice and early.
Is it that you have a lot of low cost minions? Is that the deal? Mine is more mixed. Mine's like I'm more in the 3, 4, 5 range.
Yeah, if I can get one of my Wind Furies out there early.
Oh yeah, heck
and
yeah.
then I have I forget what it's called, but it's one of the totems that gives you +2 attack on each side of it. And
nice.
So if I can get that cracking, then
yeah, it's basically if you get the cards right, you create a sticky situation that they can't get out of. So.
Exactly. That's exactly.
And I hate being on the receiving end of that sticky situation.
Exactly.
It really is. Like I'm trying to really perfect my deck too. So I'm like, okay, in a lot of these situations, I'm missing this one card. So I go back and I'll like, okay, well, I can sacrifice this card and I add this card and it's come in handy. So like my deck is there. Like I feel really comfortable with it. It's just in what cards you get initially and how everything's drawn.
Yep.
Because there's times when I've been the same way game. I'm like, holy cow, I can wreck this guy in 5. And I've done that. And then there's times when I'm like, all right, I'm just waiting to get a good card right now, and this guy's crushing me.
Exactly.
It's just, it's such a roller coaster. It's a roller coaster of emotions.
Okay, we've got to stop talking about Hearthstone.
Yeah, we really. Everybody's like, okay, we're moving on.
Well, did you hear they introduced a new hero for Hearthstone?
Oh, did they?
They did?
Yeah, Moon Turkey.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, Router.
I got it, brother.
You got it?
Mm-hmm.
Then let's do it!
New releases this week, not a whole lot to speak of, but we've got Life is Strange, Episode 4, The Dark Room.
Finally.
Yeah, exactly.
Feels like that's been waiting for a long time. We're so excited about that.
PS3, Xbox One, and Xbox 360. Also, for the Wii U, the PS4, PS3, and Xbox 360, Legend of K, the Anniversary Edition. And then The Swindle is for PS4, PS3, Vita, Xbox One, and Wii U. Man, we just really don't have a whole lot to go on, do we? So
I told you, I was looking at the release list and I was like, what is all this stuff?
Yeah, I have no idea what half of this is. I'm like, okay, well, good for you. I think this next week I am going to pre-order Assassin's Creed. Who am I kidding? I'm just going to get it because I've got all these gift cards and I know I have another gift certificate that I have to use before I think like August 3rd or something like that. So I'm like, well, I might as well just get all the pre-orders done that I want to get done. I almost got the Gears of War Ultimate Edition, but
you should get that.
But they're saying it's not 2 and 3 either. It's just 1.
It's just 1?
That's what I thought the Ultimate Edition was like a souped up version
Maybe it is
of 1.
Just 1.
So somebody
even if it is 1.
Yeah.
It's good.
Did we have any oops this week?
I didn't check. I keep forgetting to.
No, but it was hilarious because we were talking about like what is the exclusive on Tomb Raider, and
I know how was that released right after we get off the podcast?
Well,
yeah,
hey, I got nothing else, so we can talk about it now if you want, because the charts are still stuck in June.
Of course. Well, hold on a second. I'm checking the oops real quick.
Okay,
so is a Tomb Raider thing? Oh, yeah. Resident Evil Remastered does still use the ink ribbon save system.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
Yeah, you want to get people to not buy that game? There you
go. Let's see.
It gives you so much anxiety when you play games, and like seriously, like no games do that anymore. Right. Like, nope, we want to create an enjoyable experience that fits your lifestyle.
That was from Kyle Hall at Marvel Zombie 616. Ben Ebig at Ace of Trophies said, considering that I played this 2 weeks ago, I don't think that Wolfenstein was released this week. So the Old Blood.
Yeah.
It
had to have been confusing. A physical release or something.
Yeah, I wonder if it was either a physical release or, and I checked because they also have European releases, so I wonder if it was released in Europe at that point.
Oh yeah, and
so normally it's weird. You have to be careful because they have like a little American flag if it's coming out in the States, or if they have a Euro flag if it's coming out in Europe, and sometimes I get them mixed up. So that could have been me too. I thought it was for the U.S., but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I don't know.
There you go.
That
Well,
yeah, I
kudos
was
to
going to
you
say
for
that game was so
playing it.
cheap that I don't know if it had a physical release or not. So yeah, it must have been a different territory.
Mhm.
Yeah, and they don't tell you whether or not it's digital or not. You kind of have to guess.
Mhm.
So there
And
you
Call
have
of
it.
Duty is a 1 month exclusive for PlayStation, is what Zach Dark Legend at the _Dark Legend said.
That's a map exclusive thing.
I don't know. He just said COD is a 1 month exclusive.
Is that the
I
that's the
think it's
multiplayer,
maps.
isn't it?
I don't know.
It's got to be maps.
I said I don't know. I'm just kidding. I was joking. Oh man, Hall, let's get into it, brother.
Yeah, let's get back into it.
Let's get into all this exciting news.
Yeah.
The Street Fighter 5 beta launched and then got taken offline.
What happened with that?
Apparently it launched and people were having a lot of issues with getting into games. The servers were just not ready to handle it. I think that they saw a lot more people interested in it than they thought.
Isn't that weird when that happens?
How many times have we seen this?
I know.
Well, don't you think like people would be on it?
You'd think so. I think it's one of those things where when they're allocating space on the servers for stuff, they're like, this is a beta, just put it over here, and the server that's running, Windows 95 or whatever.
Windows
throw it over here.
Freaking 3.1, yeah.
I mean Windows NT.
NT,
of course, yeah, 2000.
But I just think it's one of those things where it doesn't get allocated very much space because it is a free thing.
Yeah.
So
true.
they don't put much bandwidth into it.
I said it before and I'll say it again. Bungie did it right with Destiny, man, because that was always solid, and they had minimal problems with it because they beta tested it first to get all the bugs out a couple weeks before release, and that probably helped tweak their servers a little to be like, okay, this is how much bandwidth we can take.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Bungie, in my experience, has always had like really good. I mean, I guess
they've had good resources. They have to.
Well, I guess they were kind of piggybacking on Microsoft servers for their Halo games, but I'm not entirely sure on that. Either way, they, whether it was Capcom not having enough bandwidth or just, maybe their servers were just acting funny, but we don't really know.
Yeah.
So,
interesting. We should go ahead. Go ahead.
They said in response to this, though, they're going to extend, I guess, they're going to do something with the lengths of the beta next time to make up for it. Because it was supposed to go for 5 days. I think it may have only went for 2 or 3. And it was apparently very hard the whole time.
Oh, man.
So,
we should go ahead and talk about this Tomb Raider thing just in case anybody missed it.
Yes.
I couldn't have been more wrong.
Yeah, we were way off.
Tomb Raider exclusive on Xbox One as far as consoles go. So early in 2016, it'll come to PC. The game will.
Spring, right?
Yes. However, it doesn't come to PlayStation 4 until holiday 2016.
That's crazy.
That just is crazy.
I think that just killed that game.
You think?
I think it's going to kill that game.
I think it's going to sell a lot less now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Well, of course. I mean, if you just release on one thing at a time, it's going to sell less.
It's going to kill. Now, here's the thing, though. Do we foresee in the holidays a Tomb Raider bundle Xbox One? It has to be. I
would think so.
Like how Assassin's Creed went gangbusters last holiday with Unity, and it did great.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to make a prediction right now. What is it? July 29th?
Yeah,
something like that. We're going to see a Tomb Raider bundle Xbox One for $350 or less during the holidays.
Gracious.
Yeah, it's got to be something.
So then here's my question, Gabe. You going to play it on Xbox One?
Heck yeah, I'll play it on Xbox One. Heck yeah.
I don't think I can wait until next Christmas.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why would I wait until...
I know.
It's not Halo that would make me get an Xbox One, it would be Tomb Raider.
Yeah,
So,
there
Well,
it is.
but even then, it's coming to 360.
but it's the comp.
it's like-
yeah, but you don't want to play it on 3. You don't even have your 360 anymore.
No, I'm not saying I would want to play it on 360. I'm saying why are they releasing it on 360? Because the goal, I would think,
Install
to
base.
get that exclusive is to get people to buy Xbox Ones.
Yeah.
Because it's a highly anticipated game. Why release it on 360?
Yep. Yeah, they're going to bundle it this holiday. They'd be stupid not to, I think.
I don't know, man.
Unless they do a Halo. Well, no, because Halo will be out by then. Well,
I'll tell you
it's
what,
gonna be
man. That 1-2 punch of Halo and freaking Tomb Raider coming out.
Yeah, that just put Xbox back in it.
Woo-wee. I'm telling you, man.
Yeah, it'll be a good holiday for them.
That's a good look. Really good look.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how sales go. Because what does Sony have during the holidays right now?
Yeah, it's hard to say.
You got Uncharted in the spring.
Right. Yeah.
So,
now they've been.
I mean, they
back.
don't even have that, so they're relying on third-party games to get them through.
Well, and I was going to say Fallout 4 will be a multi-platform game, but I think it will probably sell best on the PS4. Just
I agree.
Being at how many there are out there.
And maybe Sony's banking on that, so they'll probably put a lot more marketing dollars. We might see a Fallout 4 PS4 bundle too.
I think, well, considering that they come out on the same day, like Fallout 4 and Tomb Raider,
Yeah.
you'll have people buying Fallout 4 for their PS4 and Tomb Raider for their Xbox
Yeah,
One.
there you go.
Probably.
So will you get an Xbox One this holiday haul?
I think so.
Can't not.
Tomb
right?
Raider and Halo
Man,
are
yeah, I
kind of
think you
worth
should.
it. So,
With that Tomb Raider bundle that's coming out in the holidays, I think it'll be great.
well, we'll see. We'll see
That's
if
going to
it's
be a
coming.
huge MTTG oops if I'm wrong.
Basically, I already know there's going to be some mistake or some deal where I'm probably going to end up getting an Xbox One for like $100.
And we'll all hate you for it.
Exactly. He's gonna do it.
It'll happen.
It'll be incredible.
Yeah, that would be
It'll
incredible.
happen. I've already seen some crazy bundles where like you get so much extra stuff and it's still $350.
I know,
Yeah.
man. They're throwing in a controller, all kind of stuff, right?
They are trying to get, some share.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I've gone to Target to buy a game, the Xbox One rack is completely full of like a game I'll be buying.
Yeah.
And then the PS4, they have like the only copy left is a display copy.
Yeah, see, it's the install base is growing and growing, which is great. So Sony's got to capitalize on Fallout 4 right now and get some bundles going and get some deals going because Tomb Raider
I cannot believe that, man.
I mean, that's insane.
A
That's
year.
good for
I had
Microsoft to lock that down, but holy cow.
Before what was it, like maybe June of 2013 or something, Gabe and I went out to lunch and I was telling him like this was before, the new consoles had come out. And I was like, I think that the PS4 is going to outsell the Xbox One just because of all the backpedaling.
Right.
But I had no idea it was going to be this like insanely lopsided.
Yeah, but
So-
but I think
they'll make it up
Xbox One
this
came
holiday,
back.
hopefully.
Xbox One came back during this past holiday because of the bundles and the deals that they were doing. I mean, the price point you couldn't beat.
Mm-hmm.
And because they had the Master Chief bundle collection and they had the Assassin's Creed.
That's the one I bought.
Yep. So the prediction for me again is going to be there will be a Halo bundle and there will be a Tomb Raider bundle. It's either it'll be Halo and Tomb Raider, or it'll be Call of Duty and Tomb Raider.
Yeah,
It's gonna be either or. But we're going to see, there's no way they'd be stupid to not do some sort of a bundle with the Xbox One. If you're paying for a 1-year exclusive on Tomb Raider, you have to capitalize on that. And during the holiday season, they'd be foolish not to do a bundle.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Go nuts.
You're right.
Oh my gosh.
Because they know that people are going to be buying the console to play that game.
Heck yeah.
Still, why did they release it on 360? That just
that bugs you.
That's almost scary.
Yeah,
Well, that's
it's
almost
weird.
scary because you're going to have a lot of people say, "Nope, I'll just spend the $60. I ain't getting an Xbox One."
Interesting.
So is it going to come out on PS3 next holiday?
Who knows?
I know, right?
Maybe.
You might as
But
well
here's the
follow that
question,
same
though.
logic.
Here's the question: is the PS4 only going to get like the Game of the Year edition?
Probably.
I think that's what's going to happen. But
that's the only way that's going to sell that game.
With the first game, though, they didn't do any single player DLC. They only did multiplayer stuff, which was the multiplayer on that was terrible.
I don't think they expected it to be as popular as it was, even though it was, quote, a failure to them because they sold only 3 million. But I mean, the popularity of this resurgence of Tomb Raider, man, but it's going to kill the sales for PS4. I mean, well, it's going to kill the sales for that game. The PS4 sales for that game will not be there at all.
It will clearly not sell near as much on the PS4 coming out a year later. If it was like a month exclusive, it probably wouldn't affect it, but a year.
That's not like, I'm not that excited for Tomb Raider that I'm going to wait that long. You know, if I only have a PS4 and I wanted Tomb Raider, I'm going to forget about that game because next year will be a good year for games. And, we'll have Uncharted in the spring. We'll have, other PlayStation exclusives coming up. So it's like, it's
either that or they'll dust off the 360, and play it on that. Because honestly, I played the Tomb Raider, the reboot. I played it on 360 and it looked great and it played fine.
It did.
Yeah.
That's good.
Mm-hmm. So I couldn't see this game being any different, honestly. Like I could see. I think it was a huge mistake to release it on last gen, and I know why Square Enix wanted to do it because of the install base. But
yeah, I mean it played well on the PS3, didn't it? For all of us.
Yeah. Well, no, I played it on the 360 and it was fine.
You played it on the 360.
Yeah, it was fine. It was 30 frames per second.
Yeah,
and it worked.
It was smooth. Like I don't think I had any issues, any dropouts or anything. I mean, it looked great. It played great. So
yeah. So
I don't know. This is going to be interesting. This is going to be very interesting.
I can't understand why Microsoft would pay for that much of an exclusive and just say, don't release it on 360.
That's nuts, man.
And I can see maybe 6 months exclusivity, but not a full year and not next holiday. Like who's going to be chomping at the bit going, oh, I can't wait for the next Tomb Raider, which has already been out, has already been out for a year and I can play it on my friend's Xbox One instead.
And they can't release it for $60 because there probably won't be single player DLC.
Oh man,
I think they're following the Uncharted model. Uncharted 1, 2, and 3 did not do any single player DLC, and I don't think Uncharted will ever have single player DLC.
No, I think they might now because The Last of Us DLC did really well. The single player DLC.
Actually, you know what? That is true.
So I think we'll see something. I think we'll see something from that. I mean, that model might have been true for maybe Uncharted 2 and 3, but now with The Last of Us and the story modes and the fact that this is the final Uncharted, there's got to be additional single player DLC.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know. We'll see.
That makes sense.
This is all really weird. Like this whole, it's kind of making me think like, I don't know if I want to play Tomb Raider now.
What?
Which sounds, I don't know. What? It sounds weird. Like I don't, it's like this whole battling back and forth. Maybe I'll just play Fallout 4 through the holidays and then pick up, I don't know. We'll see.
Gracious.
We will see.
We will see.
If Fallout 4 if Fallout 4 answers all of what we've all been wanting since Fallout 3.
If it fulfills all of the needs that we think it's going to, we're going to be playing that game for a long time.
We are going to be playing it a lot, and it's going to be I got to fit Tomb Raider in on a weekend or something.
Yeah.
Wow.
So we'll see.
I mean, that's the way I'm seeing it now. Like, I don't foresee myself playing it until after the holidays anyway, because I'll be on Assassin's Creed, which will probably take me a minute.
Oh yeah, it's true.
Because my goal is I will be playing Assassin's Creed, then into Fallout.
Then you'll be playing Call of Duty, of course.
Oh, sure.
Oh, of course.
Wait, what else? What else we got? Well, then Uncharted in the spring, but even before that, there might be a game or two that I'll pick up. But yeah, well, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
This is all very interesting.
It is. Moving on from
that took a while.
Yeah, exactly. I thought this was crazy.
That escalated quickly. Rick killed a guy.
We all have.
That's right. He did.
We all have heard. Baseball and football be plagued with people taking illegal drugs to help their game. and it's it's sneaking into eSports.
Oh, God.
And so the eSports League will start drug testing for Adderall.
Oh, wow.
Which I thought was really interesting. And I was like, even eSports is untouched by this drug thing? Like, that is crazy.
There's like a whole committee and everything.
Yeah,
oh
exactly. Freaking got Adderall on the black market for eSports.
Hey, you a gamer? I got some Adderall for you.
Exactly.
Oh, gosh.
So
oh my gosh.
I thought that was really, really interesting that they're going to start drug testing
It's odd.
for something you sit down and play.
Yeah, Adderall will,
Well, that
people
also
can focus better. They can stay awake longer.
That's going to also bring in the great argument of, is it an actual sport? But let's not even go there. We've already gone down a rabbit hole. So let's just.
I guess it's a test of human ability. So I guess
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's true.
But that's like saying like David Blaine played sports every time he stood up for 3 days.
Right.
But I think esports is a sport.
Was he competing against anybody?
himself, I guess. Yeah.
The inner turmoils of himself. Is that good enough?
Exactly.
Yeah, I guess he is competing against himself. How irrelevant can I become with each thing I do?
I should have stuck with my magic card tricks.
Seriously. No, but I think esports is a sport. And I think that, I mean, you have teams and you compete against each other and you get it done. I mean, if chess can be a sport.
Yep.
I think definitely this is a sport.
Nice. Good
Paul,
answer.
you got anything else? Give us something else. I know you got something.
Yeah, I got plenty. Quote unquote plenty.
Mm-hmm.
Razer has purchased Ouya's software stuff.
Yep.
I didn't know that Razer. So Razer makes like peripherals, like mice and keyboards. I think. Mouses.
The mices.
the mices.
The gaming mooses.
Yeah, and they also make a like an Android console too called Forge TV. So at first I thought this was, hey, we're buying Ouya because we want an Android box, but they already have one.
Mm-hmm.
So they're kind of buying these deals, like these. Apparently Ouya has like, I don't know, some deals with some developers. They have like 1,000 games on their platform.
Because they're not buying the hardware.
Yeah, they're buying software stuff.
Yeah, just buying the software.
So they're buying software for the licensing, aren't they?
Kind of. They're just basically buying deals that were in place, and as part of this, I guess they're paying the developers money that Ouya owes them from their initiative.
Yeah, and I wonder if their contracts with Ouya are up anyway, and that's why they're buying them. Because Ouya came out 2 years ago.
The contracts haven't been fulfilled, so they're definitely not up.
Ouya was going to give developers who raised money on Kickstarter, they were going to match whatever they made. It was called like the Free the Games Fund. And so Ouya had set aside $1 million, and they said to their people like, hey, you raise money on Kickstarter, we'll match it and let's get it cracking. And so when Razer bought them, I think Razer didn't know. Like, it sounds like the president didn't really know that they had that. And so now Razer is actually having to pay those. They're going to pay those guys the money. So
you would think they'd done their homework before they bought all these contracts.
Well, $1 million, you know what I'm saying? When you're throwing the kind of money around that these guys are throwing around, it's not that much money, but I think it wasn't, the whole $1 million wasn't accounted for. I think only like 600,000 of it was. And so they're going to pay out to those guys that raised money and keep it going.
Oh,
nice.
The fact that the press release does not mention like how much the acquisition was for, like money wise, tells me probably under 100,000.
You think it was really low? You think it was that low?
Maybe just over 100.
Wow.
Well, because they're only getting the software.
Well, so no, it says after raising funds at $1 billion valuation, gaming company Razer has confirmed its acquisition.
$1 billion? What?
Razer has that much.
Yeah, I was going to say. So Razer.
Wow. I was going to say, if Ouya had that much, they'd be a little bit more in the market than they are.
I don't remember what the Kickstarter value was, but it definitely
they raised $8.5 million on Kickstarter.
Okay, so yeah, they must have just
Oh yeah, sorry, Razors.
They must have just gotten through all their money or
they
something.
blew through that.
So they needed to get out of it.
Oh gosh, yeah. Sorry, Razer is valued at $1 billion. You got it right.
At least they had built something that was worth selling, like a kind of a software service that was worth actually selling.
You got to hand it to them. They for an Android, they're doing more Android focused stuff, and this is kind of their console. Kudos to them for trying, but I think it just proves that the big wigs are here. They're not going anywhere, and they're the most popular.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and Razer has it good because basically they can lose money on this because it's not their only thing.
Yeah, they'll take a hit.
Ouya couldn't afford to lose money on this because it was their only thing.
Right.
So Razer, since they're selling,
is this going to be the death of Ouya then, because they don't really have any new developing contracts?
I can imagine, yes.
Yeah, I'd imagine so too. Nintendo made some money in the first quarter this year, you guys.
Woo! All right.
This is what's sad is that I guess they ended up making $9.3 million in the first quarter. And it's the first time they've made money in a quarter since 2012.
Wow, good for them.
And
when the Wii U came out,
right, exactly. They beat the Wall Street expectations because Wall Street said they were going to lose anywhere between $1 to $50 million this quarter.
1 to 50. Oh, there's a nice range for you.
Exactly.
Hey, you're going to lose either $1 or $100,000.
It's like the time that the freaking cable guy is going to come to your house. He's like, he's going to be there between 2 and 12 in the morning. Like, what?
On Christmas Day.
Exactly. So just be looking out for him. You're like, I won't be looking out for him.
No. I will have my doors locked.
Exactly. It's midnight.
So, do we know what it was that pushed them into
it was
profit?
actually Wii U sales stayed kind of where they were. They did fall a little bit, but they still sold like I lost the number. 470,000 Wii U's, and Splatoon helped, and the new 3DS helped.
Oh, there you go.
Nice.
So they got a lot of stuff going.
Good for them. That's awesome.
Yeah, man. Oh, Nintendo. Give us something else, Hall.
So, you know how we talked about that Unreal Engine 4 demo with Mario in it?
Yes, that was awesome.
There's been some more demos coming out with Pokemon characters.
Oh, wow.
One with Link, one with Sonic.
Shut up.
And the characters look really good.
Really? Who's doing it? Just some guy?
Here. YouTuber CryZenix.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if it's the same.
I don't know if he's
guy.
the one that did the original Mario video. I don't think so. Let's see.
That's cool.
Either way, it's kind of a glimpse to see like what they could do with the NX with Nintendo characters.
Right.
If the NX is going to be this much more powerful.
Right. We don't know what that is going to be yet, right?
No, not really.
That's crazy. I like that they're still doing that. That's so fun.
I could imagine though, Unreal Engine 4, like, I don't know if they've talked about porting it to iOS or anything, but I imagine it will come eventually. So if it could come to iOS, I'm sure that whatever Nintendo releases next, it could come. Unreal Engine 4 looks so good.
Yeah, it really looks amazing.
You got to look up these demos. Just go to YouTube and type Unreal Engine 4 and then just
somebody walking around a sewer looks amazing.
That's cool.
Like any of the Nintendo character demos just look really good.
It's awesome. We got Xbox games with gold for next month, for August.
Oh, yeah.
The games aren't usually as good as PlayStation Plus, but they are more consistent on letting us know when they're coming. Xbox One, Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes. Xbox One from August 16th through September 15th, which that's a weird range. How to Survive Storm Warning Edition. One of those, zombies taking over everything situations. Xbox 360ers will be getting Metro 2033 and Metro Last Light.
I heard those were good.
Next month. So Metro's.
Interesting. They're getting both.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting too. And I didn't read up too much on this, but I thought this was really interesting. They said they haven't worked the bugs out, but last week we talked about Xbox One streaming to your PC, and now the people over at Microsoft are talking about on the new Windows 10 operating system, which just came out. Microsoft is working on streaming PC games to your Xbox One console.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty nuts.
So that's kind of cool. I like that. I'll buy that for $1. Make it holler.
It won't cost $1.
Exactly. You can upgrade for free.
The announcement of the possibility of this reminded me that the Steam boxes will be coming.
Yeah.
The Steam boxes are coming.
They're coming this year.
Yeah, they need to come on. What's taking them so long?
Remember Valve's doing that streaming thing for I think it's like $50, right?
What's streaming?
It's really cheap. They're doing like a little Steam machine.
You know what's weird?
Like
a streamer.
You know the Alienware one that came out?
Steam Link. That's what it is.
Steam Link. The Alienware one that came out is pretty much a Steam box. Just it seemed like Valve was. Is it Valve that's doing Steam? Yeah. We're dragging their feet, so they're like, "Oh, we're just gonna put this out and put our name on it." Because when I was at E3, I was like, "Is this not just the Steam box?" Well, it's Alienware. And I was like, "Yeah, all right." This is the Steam
you're
box.
talking about the ones that kind of look like consoles?
Yeah, because that's what the Steam
my brother
machines are going to be.
My youngest brother-in-law bought one of those, and
he did.
I mean, it does the job for sure.
Yeah.
That's convincing.
It plays PC games. It gets viruses. It does the job.
And it does the job. Exactly.
The only thing is that like TV displays almost never look as good as monitors.
They really don't.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's impossible for it to happen.
The pixel density isn't near as good, so it's like you've really got to buy a nice TV.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess buy a 4K TV. If you're
just buy one real quick.
Yeah. Buy two.
Super cheap.
For some reason, 4K TVs have I've seen everything from like the $7,000 one to like $500 ones.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
It's insane.
You're like, come on, y'all.
And it doesn't seem like there'd be much of a difference because I've been seeing like top tier brands going on sale. So what's the difference?
I have no idea what the difference is.
Ugh.
What's the big friggin' difference?
Yeah.
Give us something else, Hall.
I got one more thing, I guess.
You don't have to be excited about it or anything.
Yeah, seriously.
Did we talk about the Elder Scrolls card game coming?
No.
The Elder Scrolls Legends? I swear we talked
that.
about it very briefly because I don't remember if they announced it at E3 or if they were just talking about it like on the sidelines.
Well, if you swear we talked about it.
Basically,
that could be cool.
They haven't announced a release date for it yet, but I guess it's just going to be coming. Like it's going to just roll out. They don't they don't have an Elder Scrolls game coming anytime soon.
Right.
So like you would think, with the Fallout Shelter game, like the moment they announced,
Do I need to play that?
The moment they announced that, basically when they did E3, they released Fallout Shelter. You don't really have to play it. It's not. I don't want to say it's not good, but
it's just silly.
It didn't hold me very long, and I like those kind of games.
I just thought it was so baller of them, when they at their press conference are like, "Hey, we got Fallout Shelter. You can download it now." Boom. I was like, "Yeah, nice."
Like that's the way you do that thing. Yeah.
Way to go, Bethesda.
Bethesda.
With this one, they're saying basically it's just going to roll out. They're not going to. I guess they're not going to be announcing it, but it could just because of the approval process with Apple.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So like basically Apple, once you put things in the queue, they just release it when they want.
Yeah.
Apple does.
And so they're probably saying that whenever. Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess it's coming soon. It's coming to
great.
PC and iPad.
I like it.
And obviously it's trying to take on Hearthstone.
Of course. Yeah.
So we'll see what happens.
And there's a new Magic game coming out.
Is it coming out this week or next week or?
I don't know.
It's coming soon.
I just know it's coming. So it's like, let's not get too excited about this, you guys. Come on now. Stop jacking with the market. You all out?
That's it.
That is it. Well, every week we ask you guys a question. And last week was no different. We asked you guys if there was what side character would you like to see have their own game? Starting at the forums, Putty, Derek Putnam, said, not saying I would play it, but Claptrap should have a DDR/Just Dance style game because apparently it loves to dance.
Yes. I love that. That's a great idea. SHPLIG,
Mike D, still over the forums. I want to play a Mario game from a Goomba's point of view. I imagine it's something like a stealth survival horror kind of game with some big fat monsters chasing you down, trying to stomp the life out of you. I know that's right. Lombax Whisperer. I would like to see a game based on the misadventures of Captain Quark. It might be fun to play through his made up stories as he tells them to Ratchet and Clank. The story cutscenes would have to be his usual crayon drawings. That's fun. I like that. Then over on Twitter, Daniel Allen at Midnight Dan. He said, I'm thinking, and a lot of people said this, I'm thinking a backstory of Sullivan from Uncharted. Really love Naughty Dog's character development. A lot of people said Sully.
That would be really cool.
I could see them doing something like that.
That could be really cool. Like
that
even like
awesome.
a very young Sully, like not just
of course.
The Sully that we know right now.
I think he went from one of our other community people pointed out that he was he CIA or something like that and then turned thief?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
Anyway.
That's why he needs a backstory.
And that could be really cool as a single player DLC.
Heck yeah, man.
They could do it like as a 5-hour thing or a 3-hour thing.
We are putting out all kinds of predictions today. We're like, it's like Nostradamus Day or something. I don't know what's going on.
It's like you called Miss Chloe.
Yeah.
Do you remember Miss Chloe?
Oh, of course.
That's a good reference.
That was a great reference.
Let's see. Attila at Not Side Strafe. Legion from Mass Effect 2. There's so much story about the Geth to be told, and Legion's story is my favorite in Mass Effect 2. Gosh, Mass Effect, everybody's right. They just have a wealth of characters that they could work off of that were so good. Joey McPherson at Joe Boston 617. I would like a GTA with the main character being Patrick Packy McCreary from GTA 4. He was my favorite character from that game. He had a very interesting life, and it could have been a whole game on its own. Nice. I like that. And then last one, we actually had an answer on email from Dave Spooner. Hey, Gabe, Router, and Hall. I'd like to see Sully's backstory from the Uncharted series. Oh, this is what made me think of it. What made him change from being the U.S. Navy to becoming a professional thief and rogue? Keep up the great podcast. All the best, Spoons. Thanks, David. Appreciate it, brother. Yeah, man. So I thought that was very interesting. Sully's because this is what I was thinking about. With everybody saying Sully, I was like, wait a second. This game is called Uncharted for a Thieves End. And so I was like, they could be capping off Nathan Drake, but that doesn't mean that they're capping off everybody. Right? Is that wishful thinking?
I mean, it could go, as soon as you said that though, I thought, oh man, are they going to kill Sully? Kill Sully off?
That's what I was thinking.
Nathan and Sully?
They're basically going to do something to turn it on its head, right?
Oh man, let's not talk about them killing Sully right now.
You would think, but now with Gabe's observation, this could totally flip it around, and then it transfers from, instead of Nathan, it goes to Sully.
Oh man, but I'm saying
Sully
they'll probably go back and do himself,
and then somehow Joel and Ellie step in, and then here we go.
They do a mashup. Yeah, they walk around the corner, see a giraffe, and then Joel and Ellie walk around the other corner, see a giraffe. You're like, oh, they're all there at the same time. Weird. Well, thank you guys for answering our question. You guys know where to find us. If you've answered our question, you're listening to this podcast. If you don't know where to find us, I'm going to tell you. Facebook.com/married to the games, Twitter.com/MTTGcast, YouTube.com/married to the games. Come check out marriedtothegames.com. We got a forum going on with like-minded people and no busters. We have no busters on our forum.
It's awesome.
I love it.
Except for those spammers that show up every now and then.
Yeah,
Right.
a spammer will show up every once in a blue and say something in a different language for 3 pages.
Right.
I don't even
That's
understand the
always fun.
point of that.
There's no point. It's just a troll. It's a trolling
there is
thing.
no point.
But like, there has to be a point, right?
Spammers, I think, like they make a little money on basically
The
like
clicks?
somebody will pay them to go and post links all over the internet. So like a company will hire them to quote unquote do SEO services. So they'll just they'll have a bot that goes around and tries to post links. The thing with our forum though is that we have a lot of like protections in place. So I don't know how the heck they're getting around all this stuff. Unless they're doing it manually. I don't know.
Maybe that's why we don't have that many.
I
Overall.
know that's why we don't have that many, but I think the spammers that are getting through are doing some stuff manually.
Yeah.
Which is really sad.
That is sad. They're like, and I'll post up here just real quick. Let me just insert all this stuff.
Well, because sometimes they post like gaming related spam. Like they'll make the subjects like, did this thing in this one game. And then you click on it, it's spam. So they know what they're doing.
Did this thing in this one game. Speaking
a lot of it's just automated anyway.
Yeah.
I think they just announced that Mafia 3 is coming. Did any of you guys play Mafia?
Oh, is that the new spam thread?
Yeah.
Yes, that's the new spam thread. Yeah, just said Mafia 3 over and over and over again.
No, I never played those. Were they good?
I want to say I played a lot of the first one, and I remember
played a little bit of
enjoying
Mafia 2.
Did you like it?
No, not really.
Okay. Moving on.
Nice. All right, and Hall.
Rate us on iTunes and get a free reading from Miss Cleo.
Yeah, there you go.
Well played.
Good
sir.
job, buddy. Real good job.
I always look forward to Hall's ratings.
Exactly.
Free reading not guaranteed.
Exactly. Let's get into some questions.
We're going to start with some emails. Nathan Thomas, I'm continually impressed by the show. Each week you guys show up and bring it big time. Keep up the great work.
Oh, man.
Thanks, man. That's
Thank
awesome.
you. Because
Question
sometimes it
for
doesn't
you.
feel like we bring it.
I know. Thank you for reminding us.
Exactly.
right.
Sometimes I feel like it's been brought on
Or
us.
not reminding us, like telling us.
Yeah, letting us know.
We roll out of bed and we're like, oh, man, this is going to suck.
This is going to be good.
I can't tell you how many times I've laid in bed like, they can do this one without me, probably.
I've done that too.
They got it.
Yep, exactly.
I believe
can't
in
think
these
of how many
guys.
times I've looked at the stories and been like, this is going to be bad.
All right, let's keep going. Question
Sorry.
for you. 5 years ago, we had mega games released like Super Mario Galaxy 2, Mass Effect 2, and Red Dead Redemption, also the second in a series. These games looked amazing and made us step back a little and appreciate how good they looked. This year, you look at a game like The Witcher 3 or Arkham Knight, and we are, again, impressed by the visuals of the game. In 5 years from now, how much more impressed do you think we'll be by graphics and visuals in a game? Or do you think we're nearing a plateau that we won't be able to pass?
Ooh.
Also, this Friday is the MTTG Xbox One Community Game Night. Will you be attending? There's a forum thread that we've been using to figure out what games and what time people will be jumping on. We'd
Ooh,
love
nice.
to see you.
That's
And
awesome.
And as many of the community that can come play, thanks again. Nathan, thank you, man. I love the fact that our community just takes the bull by the horns.
Take
It's
the
like,
reins,
you know
man,
what?
and play with
We
each
don't need
other.
these. We don't need these jokers. We can just go ahead and put it all together ourselves.
You
Exactly.
certainly don't need us to do it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's perfect. I wish I was going to be there. I'm going to be on an airplane.
I know, right? Let me go on the forum and look. I'll see. I might be able to do something later Friday night if everyone's still up. I'm sure they
See
are.
if everybody wants to play Rise.
Dude, don't knock it. I liked Rise. That was good.
I'm not. I think I wasn't. I don't really know.
Maybe I was dogging it.
So here's the thing. Do you think we're going to be impressed in 5 years, or do you think we plateaued?
It's hard to say because I kind of feel like we've plateaued, but at the same time, I'm like, when just with recently when the Naughty Dog, when that trailer first came out showing Nate Drake, you're like, oh my gosh, that
Is
looks
this
incredible.
real life?
Yeah.
Is this real life?
That poor kid.
I know, right? Yeah, I'm kind of with you. I think what's going to happen, though, is there's going to be this big push for VR. And that could be the next big graphics changer. I'm not on board right now with it, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I like it. I mean, I just like seeing how video games look, and it can plateau for me, and I'm not mad at them.
I've said it before, like on, I think maybe a couple months ago.
I've said it before. Bop, dicka, bop, bop, bop. Sit it up, bop, bop.
I had the train of thought and I lost it there for a second. But basically, I think we've plateaued on the money that investors are willing to put into making things look good.
Yeah.
Like I think they're saying, okay, it looks good enough. Like people are,
interesting.
We're not
That's
making near as much
man.
money or near as much of a ratio of money on this as we are on our mobile games. So this is as high as we can go.
Yep. I like that a lot.
I think that's what it's going to be.
Because there is a cost factor with that. You have better graphics, meaning more developing, more tools, more money.
Yeah. Like I think basically like look at 2K and how much they spent on Infinite and how much they tried to push that game as hard as they could because they needed to make their money back on it.
Yeah, they spent a
which
lot on
I'm
that
sure
game.
it was profitable, but at the same time, like it probably when they looked at the blood, sweat, and tears, they were like, okay, this was not worth the little amount of money we made.
I love that game.
So basically they say like, you know, I think they're starting to put caps on things and say like, okay, this is the amount of money that we feel comfortable spending on this experience. So I think in that case, we probably have somewhat plateaued on the graphics front. But I don't know. Who knows? With every new engine, it makes it easier.
Exactly. That's what I was about to say.
To make things better graphically. So I think the engines will keep pushing forward. But I think as far as like time spent on creating more art, I think that's going to be just the same.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
And I think more stuff like Journey will come out where it's not necessarily all about the graphics. And I think that's where we'll be impressed. Because we're like, oh my gosh, look at this art style. That's so cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That kind of stuff.
Yeah, I like it.
And think about it this way too. Like there'll be indie games coming out that basically their polygon counts will be the same as like a PS1 or a PS2 game, but they'll look so good because of the anti-aliasing and the resolution and all that stuff. So, you know, I think that we'll see some still like lower cost games that do really well and push that envelope still, like Journey did.
Yep.
So
That's awesome.
Good question.
Right. Yeah, that was great.
that was great. Yeah.
Let's move on. Lucas Ham Swisher. Hey, fellas, how's the Northern Hemisphere treating you? So this past week, I finally played and platinumed
Toilet's still flushing to the right.
That's right.
Exactly.
Well, he's in Brazil, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So this past week, I finally played and platinumed Minecraft. Wow.
What?
Like you, Gabe, what? Like you, I was a doubter and didn't get it. But I like trophies, and my kids like watching video games, so I gave it a whirl. Having done that, I am now a believer and plan on building new worlds with my kids in the future. My question for you was inspired by something that happened while playing the game. It might be a little long, but bear with me. So I discovered that you could get wolves to follow you by giving them a bone in Minecraft. Soon, we befriended 2 wolves, and my daughter named Skirby and Kirby.
Nice.
Besides naming them, she would also have me turn my character around every 10 minutes or so and check on them. It was cute. Over time, we got pretty attached to them. That is until one of them got obliterated by an exploding creeper, and the other got knocked into lava because it stepped in front of my pickaxe while I was mining. Okay, hang on.
That's terrible.
Right?
No.
We're all laughing, but his next sentence was, it was a sad day.
Yeah, that's really funny.
I know, right? This got me to thinking. As a kid or an adult, have you ever gotten attached to an animal depicted in media? Oh God, let me start over. I got all choked up by that
Nice.
pickaxe and the lava. And
Mister, I rode a private plane this weekend.
That's right.
Can't read.
This got me to thinking, as a kid or an adult, have you ever gotten attached to an animal depicted in media, such as Old Yeller or Marley and Me? Maybe even shed a tear when they died. Any creature-centric movies that you like and want your kids to watch someday?
Nice.
Marley and Me.
You know, I don't watch those movies
Marley
on
and Me
purpose.
was so sad.
Marley and Me was really sad.
Yeah.
Forget that. You ain't gonna see your boy at any of them kind of movies.
I'll give you a good one as far as a movie. It's a feel-good one. It came out, oh man, I want to say in the early 2000s. Paul Walker.
In the year 2000.
I was just going to do that, but I refrained. Paul Walker in 8 Below, based on a true story about an southern hemisphere in Antarctica, an exploration team that uses sled dogs, and they had to leave their dogs in the storm, and it goes through like kind of their journey.
Nope.
And Paul Walker's the guy trying to get funding to go back and rescue them. It's really good. It's a real good feel-good movie. We bought that DVD. Lauren and I have watched it like 3 or 4 times, and it's
y'all
really
can have
good.
all that.
Okay, good.
I don't watch that crap because I know at the end of the movie I'll be like a blubbering mess.
I know, right?
Why? I don't understand why. So I don't just for my manlyhood alone, I don't mess with that stuff.
It's awesome. But yeah, so that would be my advice. But yeah, like Old Yeller, Marley and Me, those are all just great. Really happy movies.
Homeward
really
Bound.
Sad.
Homeward Bound was a good one with pets that I liked when I was a kid.
There you go.
And I got attached to Chance in that movie. I remember being like, yeah, Chance, I feel you, dog. I feel you, dog.
That's awesome. Literally.
Exactly. I'm trying to think what other one. I don't think I have any more.
Hey, kudos to you, Lucas, for doing Minecraft.
And platinuming it.
And platinuming it, which is pretty amazing. So I guess I can see if you're having kids and they want to watch video games, how Minecraft, you probably could get hooked on it. I still don't get it. But
it's better than them watching The Witcher.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. Very much so true there. So a little RIP to Skirby and Kirby. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
I'm sad to hear that they died so tragically.
Stepped in front of a pickaxe. Oh, that's funny.
And got obliterated by an exploding creeper. That's just a horrible way to go.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go. Thanks, Lucas. Appreciate that.
I was just glad to hear something can die in that movie.
Yeah.
I mean, in that game.
All right, moving on. Braylon Jones. Usually I do a blast from the past question, but today I need help with the future. I just came back from a trip to Charlotte to scout the area and see if that's a good place for me to move and live. And I really love what it had to offer. I just have 7 classes left in my software development course, and I'm curious as to how you guys got into working from home or starting your own business. How much research did you have to do beforehand, and how would you go about building a clientele if you know absolutely no one in a city? Man, that is a fantastic question.
That's a good question.
Yep, take it away, fellers.
User groups, associations, and just getting out there and networking with people. Like from before you even move to a place, look up and see what user groups they have in your industry. So if it's a tech group, get connected with tech people.
Yeah, he's a software developer. So already he's viable, and people are going to seek software developers, and that's huge, man. So you already have that under your belt. You have 7 classes left in the course. Go finish that, and then based on that, even talk to. Yeah, it's really all about networking, and it's all about who you know or who you can align yourself with that can help you with gaining new clientele and that kind of stuff. For me, it's been, I kind of had a nice transition from going from I was working for a record label at the time, and then when I started Milk Money Promotions, it started as a grassroots street team marketing company for musicians. So I was still in the same industry, and because everybody that was in our record label moved to different places, they helped me network into where they were too. So I kind of already had an in, which was really nice. So, and then just over time, a lot of it, like most of my clientele now is just repeat clients because, they just like what I do. And, I've worked with them for so long. So, man, once you get into that, then I think you're in. And I think a lot of it is just, look up different user groups and look up, see what's out there, and you'll find it, man. I mean, if it's meant to happen, it's meant to happen, and you'll be emailing us from Charlotte before you know it.
He's going to be like, hey, guys, just an update. I went ahead and got that job and then got fired.
Thanks, Hall. No,
yeah. No, he looks like he's looking to start his own thing. And to be honest with you, don't be afraid to network with people who would be considered your competition because they'll pass work to you.
Yes, they will.
They really will.
Nice.
We had I do hire contractors from time to time, and I do web development primarily, and I don't do software development, but I had a project where I needed one and I hired one.
Yep.
So it's like one of those things where being networked helps you get work because when somebody needs something, they'll think of you.
Exactly. And if you partner with those people too, if they can't do all the work, they pass it on to you. And then you never know when you guys may be partnering on the same project for a client.
Especially if you deliver on the project.
Exactly.
Because they'll find work for you.
Yep. Yeah.
Nice.
It's pretty awesome. Great question. And definitely good luck with that, man. That's awesome.
Very good question.
Let's move on to Facebook. Joseph Grimm. Hey guys, Gabe, I don't have a YouTube account to leave a comment, but please, oh, please do Shenmue 2.
Hey.
And my question is there any way you could do a censored playthrough of The Last of Us? I hope that's not too much to ask. I have the game for PS3 and PS4 because they were gifted, but can't play it because of the language. I think Joseph's younger too, which is very good and very responsible of you. And good luck trying to get a censored
I don't know how to do
of The
that.
Last of Us. I know you'd have to have like a beep button the whole time, just because it's.
That would be so rough.
It would be kind of rough, but it's also what kind of gives it its charm. And I know that's weird to say, but it's. Yeah, I mean,
I'm just trying to think how you would pull that off, like a censored playthrough.
I don't know. I really don't.
Well, considering that there's a lot like that younger people are playing mature titles nowadays, because really, like 75% of the games that come out now are just rated mature.
Yep.
Are they really?
Yeah, that's true.
I'm almost sure of that. That's not an actual statistic, but
it's
so many games that come out now are rated mature.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, what can teenagers play besides, Minecraft?
Yep.
Like, I'm talking like young teenagers. So basically, it would be nice if they returned to that alternate track version that some games had, where they'd have like an alternate dialogue option that
overdub like they did with all the movies in the 80s where it's like, forget you.
Exactly.
No, not that. Definitely not an overdub, just a different delivered line.
Yeah, exactly.
Like instead of I can't.
Whatever you want, Moon Turkey.
Yeah, exactly. Moon Turkey.
And it's in a totally different voice too. So
exactly.
Hey man, whatever you want, Moon Turkey.
Seriously, awesome. Like I don't understand why they wouldn't do that. It's just one more line. So basically, like, you have the actors read all the lines from the script, and then you have them read alternate lines for everything, or you just have them read it when they're doing it. So they deliver the first line, then they deliver the alternate, and it's logged.
Yep.
So basically, you have a game that you can then change the language on if you want to.
Yeah.
Or if you have a kid who's playing, you can change it to that.
Yeah. That's a really good point. I think a lot of people overlook that.
I think too, and this is not exciting, but can't you just play with the you could turn the voice all the way down, play with subtitles on, if that makes you feel any better about the situation.
Yeah, that's true. Because you're not right now. There's no overdub or anything for The Last of Us, and honestly, I think a lot of game developers like to keep it kind of gritty, just for
Well, yeah, because it's their art.
Yeah, it's their art, and it's more impactful. So, I love that idea, though, Hall, to have an alternate. I think that's a really great idea. I don't think it'll happen.
Yeah.
But at least it's something to do.
The reason I mention it is because I swear there have been some games that have done that.
Might be.
Yeah, like not recent.
Definitely not in Sleeping Dogs, that's for sure.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Do not
Them
play
jokers
Sleeping
were
Dogs.
cussing for sport.
Exactly. That became an e-sport in that game.
Golly.
Yes.
What the heck? Like,
crazy.
I'm not offended by cussing at all. Like, it takes you have to be saying some pretty rowdy stuff for me to be offended. But like, I remember playing that game like, oh, you have got to be kidding me now. Like that word doesn't even go there. I've never even heard that used that way.
There were some creative moments in that too, though. I liked it. That was good. Oh, good question, Joseph. Thanks for that. I wish we could help you more with it, but I appreciate the responsibility and maturity that you have in looking at that. So
I'll get my other voiceover buddies and we'll just redo the whole game.
Oh my God, please do. That'd be fantastic. That'd be fantastic.
That'd be the worst sounding Joel ever.
That's right.
Listen here, Tess. We're going to go out here and get these walkers. Like,
so is Ellie's voice just going to be like a 30-year-old man now?
Exactly.
Yes.
Well, that was intense. Yeah, exactly.
Wow. Oh my God.
That was intense.
Nice. Just get somebody with
Scott
a really
Clark.
deep voice. That was intense.
Yeah.
That was intense. All right, we got Scott Clark. The Games Done Quick charity is happening right now with lots of really cool speed runs being done live.
That's right.
If you had to speed run a game, which one would you not mind playing hundreds of times in order to perfect? We're actually discussing this very topic in an upcoming episode of his podcast, which is awesome.
Contra.
There you go.
Contra. Nice.
Nice. Speed run. Go.
I mean, only because I can already do it really fast. Super Mario Brothers. I think I can beat Super Mario Brothers in under like, I don't want to say because maybe I can't, but it's been a long time. But I remember, if you just get the pipes down and then you can take care of that last boss pretty quick, you could get through Mario Brothers really fast.
Yeah, that's true. Man, I don't know. For me, Witcher 3. There's no speed run. There's no speed run in that game. Jack. No, man. I don't know. I don't know what I'd do. We can move on.
Destiny.
Yes, I'll do Destiny because I did kind of speed through that one.
So it could be over.
Yep. Brett T. Bowden, my daughter is going into 5th grade and still struggles with her multiplication facts. I thought I could find a fun app for iOS to motivate her to practice. I literally downloaded dozens of games and they were all crap. So boring. Yeah. I think there is so much potential to merge gaming and education, but everything I've seen so far is just drab. What would you guys do to make an education game more fun and motivating? That is awesome. That's
pretty good.
Lauren and I were just talking about this because we really want to start getting Piper more into the ABCs and 1, 2, 3, and we ended up downloading ABC Mouse. We've seen that on PBS. It's expensive.
Is it expensive?
You ready for this? The entire app and everything with its curriculum, $59.
Wow. Yeah, that sounds about right.
But you know what? That puts her through kindergarten, which I'm fine with.
Exactly.
And honestly, so far that app is, it's expensive, but it's good because it starts with the basics and it discusses repetition. It engages, and she loves it. Like instead of watching YouTube now, we're going through some of the curriculum, and she really enjoys it. So
$59.99 is good because Gabe and I remember paying like $79.99 for Math Blaster.
Exactly.
Nice. Math Blaster. That's awesome.
That was over 20 years ago. So.
Yep, and she'll get it, man. It's just one of those things where just repetition for me has always been the key to learning, and just she'll definitely get there. Yeah, but I'm sure I'll be in that same boat too. And yeah, it's just how can we get an amazing education and gaming merged together to educate and make it fun and motivating. But you could definitely check out ABC Mouse. I think that'd be good.
Nice, good. That
was a good one.
Good one on you, yeah.
Still on Facebook, Josh Stapleton. Imagine you are a game developer given the task of a reboot, except in this case, you have to recreate a game where the player plays as the antagonist instead of the protagonist.
Ooh.
What game would you reboot, and what villain would you wreak havoc with?
Oh my gosh.
We could do Math Blaster and then just have all the equations
be the equations.
Yeah.
Be the equation.
2 + 2 is 5.
That is awesome. I would do Pagan Min.
Oh,
that's a good one
because he would be amazing, and it would be
top.
It would be hilarious, and it would be awesome, and crazy
Troy Baker.
And Troy Baker all at the same time.
Yeah.
Yep. That just totally came off the block. So
that was nice. That was a good
like
one.
that.
You could do a game about Pagan Min about what he does in the beginning of the game when he walks away.
That's right.
Exactly. Starting
all of a sudden he's like, "Oh, dang it! I told him to stay there
for 12 minutes or 13 minutes, whatever it is."
What do you got, Hall?
Shoot, I don't know. Math Blaster.
He's going with Math Blaster.
I was gonna say, Venom.
Ooh,
that's a really good one.
I've always liked Venom as a character for some reason.
I was gonna say Joker too, but I think that's too.
And I
easy.
feel like we need a new Spider-Man game. Spider-Man. A new Spider-Man game. And Venom. I'd totally do Venom. Good question.
We're gonna have to blast through these last. We're just now jumping on Twitter. Here we go. Daniel High at the D High. Can you name your top 5 console controllers?
The DS4, the DS3, the DS2. I'm just kidding. DualShock 4, DualShock 3, Xbox One controller, actually, like Super Nintendo and regular Nintendo.
I do not like that Xbox One controller.
I like it. But I have big hands though too. So,
well, yeah. All right. For me, it's going to be DS3 and DS4 because that's all I've ever worked with. There you have it. Paul?
DS4, 360, probably keyboard and mouse, maybe.
Oh, yeah, that's got to be in there somewhere.
Super Nintendo and Sega Saturn, maybe. Sega Saturn was a good controller.
I don't even remember that controller.
It was basically an evolved 6-button Genesis controller.
Wow.
Nice.
So it was pretty good.
All right. That's it. Moving on. At DSpend67. Today is my birthday. I am 48. Can a brother get a shout out? Enjoying life.
Heck yeah.
Happy birthday. That's awesome. 48. Keep it up.
Go.
That's amazing.
Go. Go.
Go.
Go.
Go. He broke. Anyway, let's go.
Go, D-Spin. It's your birthday.
I can't believe 50 Cent's broke. That's awesome.
Is he broke for real?
No, I'm sure he's not.
I'm
sure he's got something. He's got royalties still. Best birthday gift you. His question is best birthday gift you have received.
Oh, the Genesis. Sega Genesis.
Sega Genesis for your birthday.
I think that was my birthday, or maybe I did good in school. I don't remember.
You did
it all just kind of molds together.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, when I was a kid,
I did good in school, and they were like, "Good."
Yeah, they're like, "This is what you're supposed to do. You don't get no blue ribbon
Gold
for that."
star.
Yeah. Nice.
I got all my consoles during Christmas, so this is a tough one.
Yeah, me too.
See, my birthday's at Christmas, so
I know.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Differentiate.
Like, just more recently, my wife got me the Wii U for my birthday, and that was fun.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So I'll take that.
Yeah.
I can't think like way back in the day because I'm old.
This is really tough.
Mm-hmm.
I think I may have gotten like Legend of Zelda for Super Nintendo on my birthday or something.
Nice.
I can't remember though.
That's hours of entertainment.
Yep.
D-Spin, happy birthday, boy. That's awesome.
Yeah, man.
Seth Roy at Seth Joseph Roy. How much time we got? Oh man, we're over. All right.
We got to bring this in.
Okay. What's your favorite? Well, this will be our last one then, and I'll save the others for next week. What's your favorite gift you've gotten for your kids or nephews, nieces, dogs, Hall? My older Anna Lee turns 6 on Saturday. Man, it's like birthday week. That's awesome.
Goodness gracious. What
6 years old.
July?
That's awesome. Favorite gift you've gotten your kids?
Yikes.
I don't know, man.
A trip to Disney World.
There you go.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
That's what I get Amara every year for her birthday, pretty much. Because her birthday falls in September, and that's when we go. And we kind of count that as her birthday present. Yep. That's
perfect, man. I love that. I just love giving her gifts and seeing her face. It's just fun when it lights up, especially if it's something she's like really excited about. She just like, so it's
exactly nothing like it.
Yep. Paul.
It's a tough
or
one.
your wifey. It could be your wifey too.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to remember here. It's Gabe, go.
I went. I said Disney
Because
World.
I was thinking of dogs first, and then you said that. I'm like,
I said Disney World.
Finnegan-
now I can think even more.
Does Finnegan
Oh, that's
get
right.
like?
You did say
Do you hype up like like if you have?
we did
something
a
for
birthday
the
party
dogs?
for Finnegan, and it was awesome.
That's
and we got
so
him
cool.
some cool toys and stuff, like the expensive toys.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah,
the ones
dog
that
toys are not
he'll probably
cheap, man.
still break.
Yeah, of course.
Actually, he
always-
doesn't break them. It's our dachshund that breaks them.
That's a shame.
That's awesome. Well, there you have it. I'll keep the other questions for next week. Thank you so much for all your questions, everybody. We had some good thought-provoking ones this week, so it was good.
Yeah, thank you guys for the questions. We appreciate it. Leaving you with this question. I teased it last week because we were just talking and I thought of it. What sequel was better than the original? Both these guys said Uncharted.
And Mass Effect.
Yeah, Mass
And I
Effect.
was going to say Mass Effect 2. Yeah. I never played Mass Effect 1. But,
Neither have I.
but I'm guessing it's that I loved 2 so much that I'm guessing it was better than 1.
Street Fighter 2.
Ooh, Street Fighter 2. That's a good one.
The first one's terrible.
Dragon's Lair 2. I love Dragon's Lair.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Yeah.
Dragon's Lair 1 was good.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I didn't play
I didn't
it.
play 2, but I don't know. So
I
I guess
loved
it could
2.
be better. I don't know.
Let us know. Use hashtag answer MTTG and let us know what you think. What sequel was better than the original? Thank you guys so much for listening. I'm your boy Gabe Patillo. That is Tim Router. That is Timothy Hall. And we are married to the games and we are up out this thing. Peace! I think I just hit the microphone.